sore. My left arm. My left arm. Hearing things in my head, overlapping, overriding everything that I'm saying, everything that I'm thinking and breathing, and praying to the Lord, some form of Lord, some form of deity, something like that, a thing which is benevolent and kind and tries to untwine my thoughts and say, you are liberated now. You are liberated now from this evil, and it does not lurk within this household. No, it takes hold, and boy does it try to deceive, girl does it try to deceive. Hearing other people's sob stories, and crying and sobbing, and crying and sobbing, and threatening and threatening and threatening. It becomes tiresome. It becomes worrisome for their mental health, sanity. It does not have me bereft. I am left with myself, many times by myself, with my own sanity, my own thinking mind, and it collides with something, and you meet some stranger and you say, thank the Lord for you, for your ethnic difference. Thank the Lord for your smile, your grace, your dignity, your dignified manner, which has a polite grace, a momentary face to face to face, and you face it right straight, directly, and you say, I admire your even features, truth is beauty, beauty truth. The eternal Canto of Edward A.G. Wallace, of myself, singing for myself, always for myself, knowing, defending yourself. When you've no need to defend yourself, but you need to defend yourself and speak for yourself. Like people in particular. And sometimes disdain those in general. Because anyone knows the truth when you see people directly. You all know, most people know, deep down, especially the 24th of December 2023. Most people know when they lie to themselves, and they call that denial. Repression. All that depression. Unnecessarily so. Violence that I never inflicted upon, that I never showed, that I never did. Why should I feel guilt and responsible for the evil that is committed by people who deliberately justify their evil? And it seems to be eternal. It seems to repeat itself and repeat itself and repeat itself and repeat itself. And you think to yourself, this has nothing to do with me. It's not just amor fati, said the thin woman who lurks in Padua. It's not just that. Boy, it's because sometimes you live in a place that people think is just a little bit too comfortable. So you have to fast and fast and fast and fast and fast. 1 course meal. Yes, and never seal any person who you have not met yet and say, and yet, our life could start. Our life could start. And you part the wave of the theta and you reach the alpha state and say, yes, relax, transcend like the delta. The ghost frequency, the frequencies, frequently you see it, and you lurks, and it lurks. Ah, yes, the one who knew it all, the one who saw it, who transcended and observed and never served anyone malevolent. Because you leave, or you listen. You listen to the darkness, the pretend light. And I'm not talking about someone's hair. I'm not talking about someone who glares and snares, unnecessarily so, or says the wrong thing. Some people say that wrong word, the wrong line, and then you say that has nothing to do with their humanity. And vanity, well, all is vanity, is it not? Say the people who are supposed to be the eternal forgivers, and yet they forgive not. They tie the knots, and they cover up and tie the knots, those knots. They tie the knots continually. Boy, they love climbing to a false heaven, a bureaucratic hell. And they call it heaven. I've reached 11. Dimensional frauds. Boy. Canto, huh? I look forward to seeing all of the people from a new land, regardless of what is happening. It does not matter, said the satyr, who sits in the trees and awaits the dryad and the nymph, the wood nymph. Boy, the nymph, the innocent nymph, my lonely, fragile nymph. Oh boy, sometimes you think she's a waif. Breathe in the air, see the through. And sometimes you say to yourself, it's good to be alive. It's good to be alive. Sometimes you say it, sometimes. I forgot to play, I'll play it again. My left arm's sore. I don't masturbate with my left hand, if that's what you're thinking. It's a bit clunky, isn't it?